Hey everyone, welcome to Hey Maps. Get started here. Thanks for joining. Just getting all these volumes right. Alright, here we go. So today we're jumping into detailing. I'm going to do a quick pass to just kind of show where we are today in the process. Map's playing pretty well so far, from what I can tell. And we're going to jump into beta. So map's officially in beta, which is great. Let's get the lighting right. That could be a problem later. Oh, there we go. So yeah, all of the map has been displaced now. So just everything from the front to the end has now had displacements added to it. Map's been slimmed down in the last few versions. Control points have been created to be what they actually are. All of these displacements have been added in. The point has been moved this way a little bit. It's also been slimmed down. More detailing has been added as well. Displacements have been added through here. And then the final point's actually starting to come alive, in my opinion, the way it should be. So more testing on this to come. Blizzard of Oz has pointed out there's potentially a weak area here, so got to figure out something to do with that in some future versions. And yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these displacements that need to be finished. Here's an example of them over here. I've been debating if I want to make like a stone kind of thing that people walk over, kind of like it's part of all this. So I ended up keeping this here the way that it is. This area was all intended to be displacements coming out, so I'm going to continue that on today. Do one quick thing. Alright. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I don't want all this area drop down a little bit. Oh, this is a disaster. Let's see. Yeah, a couple issues popped up in the last playtest. I completely botched the Funk respawn and a last minute red spawn change. So that has been fixed, but always hate to waste time on playtest. Why is this exactly on red? Kind of bothers me. Like no real reason for that. Is it off grid? It's not off grid. Damn. What the hell is that? I don't know. About the fastest I've had a map come together properly, I think. Would like to attribute that to experience, maybe? I don't know. Super happy with how fast this came together. If you've been watching this thing throughout the whole series, really appreciate you. Hopefully you've gathered something, learned something. I've got like 12 or 13 parts now, and plan to continue to document this experience until it's complete, hopefully. Do some kind of wrap-up video. It's the same thing here. I've been wondering if this should just be kind of a almost feeling like it's part of the structure here. So maybe, I don't know how this is going to look in the long run, but I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I don't want to have to line up all these other displacements that I've done, like this one, these, and this. Not hard or impossible to do by any means, especially those of you that map know. But I just don't want to do it. So yeah, anyway, adding displacements into this area here. Get all that going. This one I'm not so concerned about being there, but maybe let's do this. Oof. That was an accident. Happy accident. So I do kind of want to connect these displacements here. Let me see what I can do here. That makes something, sure something's flat. Cut this in half. That'd be the smart thing to do. Let's do that. Is it overlapping? What the heck happened? Fat finger. Ugh. I did something there, but I didn't know what to have. I think. The heck? Oh, I see. Okay. mess this all up. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get this floor back up to where it was. Ooh, I hate it that happens. Alright. Stop doing that to you. think that's right. If I should make that concrete, probably. That's a good sign. Oh, that doesn't look right. That's better. Alright, I think that's done. It's a little bit of a weird thing going on there. Hey, it's all displaced now. Alright, I gotta figure out where to go from here. Now, let's see. So we got everything displaced. I need to figure out my first initial building that I'm going to sink my teeth into now. And I need to displace the walls, by the way. Anything in gray. It's going to be probably a rock wall that I have to figure out at a later point in time. Something like this. But yeah, so do I start on the first spawn? Maybe start here. This is the easy one. I feel like I've done this building about 1 million times now. It's like the famous early building. It's in Spooky Ridge, something like this. Let's see how what should I use? I should try to create a texture library at about this point in time. I really should do that. this map. I forgot about all that. Yeah. Do I want that color or do I want more alpine? Probably more alpine. This is not it. I think I have some of that in extinction. What did I do here? Oh, I don't know if I want that. This is okay. I could still that, yeah. That's fine, okay. I didn't put any floor on it for some reason. Same thing there, jeez. Okay, going with this. I always like to start to detail buildings that are easy to get warmed up. I don't know how to explain that, but I've found in past projects I started off with some of the biggest stuff and ended up having to go back and change it later, so stuff like this is easy to kind of figure out. I think I'll use that for the beam, so let's do that. I never use that tool. I don't know why I just did that. Yeah, I feel like once these projects get started, you kind of get in a roll after a while. Unslant, yeah. That, but where's that from? Anyone watching know what that's from? This New Jersey production. What map is that from? Oh, I'm gonna have to come back and do this part. Okay. Do overlays later. Really should be that Alpine that's weathered. Where is that? Really? Come on. There's wood wall. This right here. Just enough green. Make it realistic. That's the problem. Good enough. Last thing. Probably just gonna still these lights. Hate to say it. Did I really put no? There, yep, I did. cement. It's the same thing. Okay. This is easy stuff. Just love doing this type of stuff. It's just like brainless crap. Fill in the colors type, you know. I never really liked coloring books so much as a kid, but I don't know. For some reason I like to see this stuff kind of come to life. So I got some big days, big challenges ahead of me because I work in a style, if anyone's ever watched any of my stuff, where, and most people I think do this, but I see some people get ahead of it really well, but all this is not how the top of this building is going to look. In fact, the only thing I'm really concerned about is the structure as far as playtesting. So my challenge is trying to figure out what this building is going to be when it grows up. Like, is it actually what it looks like? You know, is this rock? Is this, it could be anything. You know, the world's our oyster. You go back to the Art Pass project and you look at all the great work that was done there. It's like 50-something projects that just turned this type of stuff into something really great. So easy to fill in the colors on, you know, oh yeah, right, building, you know, no duh, but what is this going to be? What is this actually going to look like? Because this is not really probably the structure that should be a metal building from what I can tell, and but really what that looks like at the end of the day, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to continue this concrete on at this rate, so I might end up changing this later, but for now I'm just gonna keep it in here. Additionally, I don't even really want this here. This should probably be like a little rope thing, or just a wooded forest where you just can't go past it. So let's see. I gotta fix that grass growing in there. Can't stand that sometimes. It's probably just sloppy displacement work on my end, really, but I thought I had brought those down enough in there, so. Area is really dark. You know, actually, gonna go steal some more stuff for my maps. Stealing from my maps. It's fine if you steal from your own maps, right? I want this right here. These aren't all maps, but anyway, I think this will help out. Draw more attention there. I think I have an overlapping brush. There I do. center between these two versus the door. Oh, I hate overlapping brushes. It happens from time to time, but I think that'll help a lot. This will probably go away. It was really there to tell the other team, like, hey, the blue team's coming out of here. Great. Appreciate everyone watching today. Checking out, hopefully enjoying whatever you're watching. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep these bridges the way that they are either. Like, most might turn into something like this versus this gorge style kind of thing that I created. And those should really be maybe this. No. I played and wrote music for a while. I was actually in a science band when I was much younger. Story for another day, but I compare a lot of art to music and map creation to music a lot of times, and for whatever reason there's a lot of similarities. That is not working out. It looks like shit. Just try this for now. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities to kind of bringing verse, chorus. It's like people play through your map in a similar way that they listen to a song. You know, it's very linear in structure. Forms of entertainment. That will probably change later because I already don't like it, but in fact I'm going to have to find that right texture. This does not feel completely right, so I'm going to have to figure that out too. That might need to be wood, maybe. I don't know. It's probably safe one to go concrete. seeing some grass growing through these. Something that's natural nature, you know, but like this does not look natural at all. Looking good, okay. Those should probably be stairs, but those might remain a ramp. Definitely. What I've been wondering is if there's a texture that's going to work for these kind of ruins. Just not 100% sure. Let me see if there's any other concrete. Yeah, I see one more for sure earlier. Look at that overlapping brush. Oh yeah. Anyone know if there's a good, like, ruin type? That would be called ruins. What is a map that has something like this in it? That is Team Fortress 2 based. God, wall. I have to get back to this one. Hey, how's it going? Alright. Let's close that. Close that. I'm just super curious how they did this. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's not my goal. I think this is going to be wood, probably. Maybe. What do it look like? Concrete. That's not bad. I wish everything was just automatically face aligned. It's probably a fast way to do that, I just haven't learned it yet. I'm not really sure why people align things to world. Let me know if you know why. I'm sure there's a good reason why people do it, but just over time I've found aligning by face seems to work the best. Okay. Not so sure about that, but feels like, yeah, it should probably be cut now. Yeah. Same thing over here. So this looks weird. Okay. The lighting in here, can't wait to redo the lighting. Make it real. Huh? Oh. It's not visible anyway. Give me 1 second, I gotta run to the bathroom. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Alright, back. Thanks for that. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do now is actually work a little bit on red spawn. How do I want this to look? Final spawn rooms generally look the same. It's just like, don't use your energy too crazy. People aren't in them very long either, especially the red ones. I'm just kind of inclined to go steal some red spawn room from something I've done already. So let's see what I did here for these two spawn rooms. I don't know if I like this style. It's a little too spy techy. I think the finals looks just like this. Style. This feels a little more metal building. What they did. I don't want to do that either. There it is, ground pit. God, same thing. I just don't want this black strip along the bottom. I thought it was going to be a little more like this, actually. Right here. Nope. Just like can't avoid that stupid. All spawn rooms must look like this. Okay. The roof feels a little too big right now. Just like, what the hell is this? thing that everyone's in. That's not it. What's this again? Oh, 3. Let's grab some stairs. sudden feeling very Duke Nukem build. I don't know why. Those of you not aware, I started my mapping off in Duke Nukem about 20, 30 years ago. I don't know. To age myself, I graduated in 2000, and we had a graphic arts class leading up to that, about 3 years of graphic arts. Believe it or not, part of that was level design. So I was able to learn how to do what was Duke Nukem build back then. In fact, Crash and I talked. There's an interview on YouTube you can watch. Should link it in today's video, but both him and I talk about that, and both kind of experienced that in our past. So I was rooming in New York City with someone that I walked in the room, and I'm like, what are you playing? And it was Team Fortress 2 beta, and I'm like, holy crap! We used to play that in that graphic design class, which was my first introduction to Team Fortress Classic. Which we mostly played Half-Life, Deathmatch back then. In our computer graphic class, we do these little LAN parties, because really back then to do multiplayer online, you'd have to call someone through dial-up, which is how I used to play multiplayer against a friend of mine. So I'd make levels, and then he would hate it because I would build all kind of secret traps and secret walls and stuff. So I remember him kind of giving up on that. But yeah, went to New York. A friend of mine was playing Team Fortress 2. He was actually messing around with Hammer, taught me how to use Hammer, and the rest is history. Ended up working on a few maps with him, but like the first big one I think I was known for was just a modification map. Let's see. Let's go with this. Yeah, modification map of Dust Bowl. Properly making it into a payload map. Someone had made it into a payload map called Payload Dust Bowl. So definitely can't take credit for that, but yeah, come on. Let's see. Yep, knew that was coming. That's what happens when you have too many projects at the same time. Anyway, yeah, DB Heights was that first modification of that. I wonder how much work I lost there, if anything. And I felt like the map just didn't work as a payload map and just needed more room overall, so ended up expanding it, doing some different stuff on that, and then I think some time had passed. Did a couple other projects that didn't really go anywhere, that actually are parts of even this map here. There was a swamp map that I made that I swear I didn't realize it until later, but I had created this building in that swamp map almost to a T to what it is now, and I don't know if it's like me projecting this in the future or what the deal is, but yeah, and there's a building in Extinction that actually looks a lot like that, so that I just have opened. Yeah, that's right. Double cross. So yeah, later I remember Viaduct and Nucleus came out, as well as the Swamp Pack, and I said, hey, let me give my hand at a Koth map. Made Moonshine. I feel like King of the Hills is kind of a little dead in the water at this point in time. Just gonna keep recreating. I created another version of Viaduct basically with Moonshine. and I knew it when I was doing it. Just like, hey, it's tried and true. Let's just kind of create something swamp themed. So if you go look at that map, you just got this kind of viaduct type feel. Different layout, but similar type approach. Let's see, do I want to do beams in here? Do I want to just kind of leave this as it is and come back to it? Which is something I might do. I think this is good enough for now. Definitely ugly. This is really ugly. But that's what reminded me of Duke Nukem build. Yeah, these chairs are very chunky. I agree with that. I was thinking that too. Like, which I think it works fine over here. You know, for like this type of almost feels like Aztec type thing I'm going for. But yeah, I agree. And the spawn's like not too fun. So might come back to that. All right. So all displacements are in now. Everything that's going to be a displacement is a displacement. Still questioning if I'm going to keep these here. I've kind of cheated, but I kind of want it to look like it's part of the original ruins that were there. So I thought that might be okay. Got to figure out what all these roofs are going to be. This is not what this is going to end up being because it looks ugly. This is one I'm going to have to think about for some time. Is what is this building going to be when it grows up? Just do that for now. This is a little out of place, but yeah, you know, I initially it meant to be a like train station for this, and I could even have like kind of a train backing up in here potentially. Might work. Something I hadn't really thought about, but that was the idea. Where it's like, why is there this loading dock? There should be a fake door here, which is what I was wanting, but not really sure where that's going to go to. Just, so that might not exist. I don't know. Maybe there's a couple double set of doors or something down here. Looks like leads through. I don't know. This should be wood here. Alright, so I'm almost at the end of my playlist. So I'm actually gonna probably wrap this up in the next 4 minutes or so. Really appreciate everyone watching. If you watched any of this or even all the way through, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe learned something. Doubt it. Yeah, I was talking about Moonshine had a kind of a dream about that central point. So did that. I've talked about Spooky Ridge in past sessions, but that was a Penny Arcade team project that ended up later getting added and picked up in the game. Probably my least favorite of them all. Very much a learning project for me and Crash. And then worked on Extinction in 2015-16. I took about 4 years away from the game until COVID hit, and then just the map haunted me. So finally came back and finished it. Took about 6 months, 7 months, head down. I didn't even have a job at that point in time. I was working like 60 hours a week. Here's the other ones. Yep, I knew there was more. 60 hours a week on the project. Like, I would get up just full days, 14-hour days. And you can tell if you look at it. I realized like big projects probably aren't for me after that. As much as I would love to turn this into a multi-stage map. We got one more song, we're gonna call it a day, but yeah, I just kind of realized later on those big projects like that just aren't for me, especially when they are not recognized in the game. You know, and yet that has been recognized. If you go to the workshop page, the comments are, you know, plentiful. We made a commercial for the map, which some of you might have seen if you're spending time on my channel. But, just looking for these other wood things. I think I got them all. Oh, there's a thing make concrete. Oh, I can't stand it. It's like naturally some grass would grow through concrete, you know, but I don't know. See, the good news is there's only like really 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5-ish buildings that the roofs need to be figured out after this, so not that big of a feat. I think this could be closed up really quickly, actually. So anyway, really appreciate everyone that tuned in today. It's the 13th part of this. I'm going to keep documenting this map until it's done. But appreciate everyone watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Happy to answer them later on. Hey, you maps, please subscribe. Check out more. Check everyone next time.